With our project's goals and final product firmly in place, let's pull down the sample code and get our IDE set up. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Every week, I give you seasoned advice on how to build professional Android apps in bite-sized chunks. Now, let's start looking at the code. I have the full project source code available on my GitLab repository. I've organized it and built that project in the exact same manner that we're going to go through it in this course. The first thing I'm going to do is clone this repository to my local machine. I'll copy the URL from here and then paste it into my terminal. That will give you the final product for the course. You're welcome to explore it on your own, but I'm going to jump back to an earlier point in time by checking out some tags. You can see that if I list all of the tags in this repository, I'm given one that says start. I'll check out that tag to jump to the starting code. Each of these tags represent a significant milestone that we reach inside of our project. So the start tag is obviously going to be the starting position, and the end tag is going to be the final product. And then there's a series of tags in the middle, which represent a significant feature that we complete. So for example, the very first feature we're going to complete is measuring the screen size and displaying it in the app. Once we do that, I'll have a tag inside of the repository so that you can go and reference it later on. This process repeats as we complete major features inside of the project. Before you can run this app, you're obviously either going to need a real device or an emulator. If you do decide to use an emulator, I recommend that you set up two specific kinds before proceeding. At minimum, I would recommend a tablet and a foldable device. A tablet we could think of as working as both a tablet and a desktop, thanks to its large screen size. For a foldable device, we can think of it as obviously a foldable, but when the screen is folded shut, we can think of it as a regular phone. Let's start setting up the tablet first. I've opened up my project inside of Android Studio, and then I'm going to open up the Device Manager, and then select Create a Device. I usually pick the Pixel C because of its generous screen size, but you're welcome to select a tablet of any size. I'll also select the latest version of Android for this system image. The version you select is up to you, as long as you pick API 21 or above. Finally, I'll create the device. Now, let's move on to setting up our foldable emulator. Back in the Device Manager, I'll select the 7.6-inch fold-in with outer display. I chose this because it best emulates the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, since the expanded display folds shut and there's another smaller display on the outside. Again, this device definition is up to you, but I'd recommend using some kind of foldable. I just selected one that was representative of a majority of the foldable market. I'll use the same version of Android and create this emulator. With our emulators in place, let's run the app. For our first run, I'm going to build this for a foldable device. As you can see, this app has all of the screens and routing in place to simplify the setup. From the home screen, I'll route to View Screen Information. This screen has just the scaffolding and placeholder text in place for now. And similarly, with the Adaptive Layout screen, all I have is a list of numbers from 1 to 50. I can't even get into the details screen for the list of numbers that I showed you in the demo just yet. There's nothing adaptive about our application. So it wouldn't matter if I showed this to you on a phone, a foldable, or a tablet, everything would behave the exact same. Now that we have our project up and running and we understand the lay of the land, let's dive into measuring the screen and showing information about it. We'll do that in the next video.